10 natural hair goals for 2020. I know we're a couple of months into the year, but it's not too late to set some goals when it comes to your natural hair. I am inspired to do this video thanks to Mpoomy Ledwaba, I think she's called. She's a South African YouTuber and she does all sorts of videos with her family. She sings, she does, I think, faith videos as well, and just inspiration and motivation. She did, I think she called it like Do Anything October or something like that. I'll put a link above to the video. But the video inspired me to just jump and do something different, do something challenging, something daring, to want more out of the year, to push myself in any and every aspect of my life. So I decided to make this video, which is obviously going to be specific to natural hair. And I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you can implement some of these things as well. I mean, you can join me in, doing these things. There's no reason why you can't. And if I was to be honest, some of the things I have already implemented, but I know there's some people out there that watch my channel that still are yet to do these things and maybe to discover their hair in a different way. So this video is dedicated to you. If you're interested, keep watching. The first goal I think we should all set for ourselves this year is to know our porosity. I've done a video where I discovered my porosity. It's a simple test where all you need to do is wash your hair, and from the shed hair that you get through your wash day, I'm sure you'll be able to get at least one. Get a glass of water and just dip it into the water and leave it to sit in the water for about 30 minutes. If the hair is still floating on top of the water in 30 minutes, then you've got low porosity. If it's in the middle, then you've got medium or normal porosity. And if it sinks to the bottom of the water, then you've got high porosity. Why is this important? Because your hair porosity determines how you do a lot of your natural hair care. For example, if you've got low porosity hair, it means that you have got trouble absorbing moisture, which means that your cuticle is a little bit closed. And so the things that you'll be doing in your regimen are supposed to help you open your cuticle. So things like using warm water, for example, to wash your hair can help, expand the hair and open the cuticle to allow the moisture to go in. So if you don't know that you're low porosity and you're using cold water, all the products will just sit on top of your hair and not go into the hair, and you'll be complaining of dryness and the products don't work, etc. Very important, know your porosity. When I did the test, I discovered it recently, so I might do it again just to double check, because I do get some frizz. So I wonder if I am high porosity after all. So I might go ahead and do my test again just to make sure. But according to that test and according to, the time that I did the test, I am a low porosity girl. So I challenge you to find out what your porosity is this year. The next thing we want to do more of is to massage our hair more. I talk about it like every year. I want to massage my hair more. This year I'm going to be forced to massage my hair more because I am trying to grow my edges anyway. So I am massaging my edges a lot, to try and grow them. I might as well just massage the entire hair. I definitely want to massage my hair or my scalp a little bit more to increase blood flow, obviously, and also to stimulate the scalp for hair growth and for nourishment. So it's a good practice if you're a natural who's trying to grow your hair long and healthy. Next, we want to use less chemicals. There is so much that's against us in the world today. One can ask the question, what's the point of trying to, be clean when, you're surrounded by pollution and, so many things that could damage your health and that are not good for you. I am a believer that you do whatever you can where you are with what you have. So if you can use less chemicals in your regimen, go for it. It can be as easy as swapping your shampoo every other week. If you do a weekly wash day, you can swap your shampoo every other week for something like maybe clay or like Ambunu, for example, and that would just help reduce the amount of chemicals that you're putting on your skin and on your hair. Some people can go chemical free and just do the natural remedies. I find that I still need like traditional shampoos and conditioners, etc. So I just like to switch it up a little bit. So I intend to even do more of the switching up and use more natural DIY products in my regimen. Comment below if you like me to do more of DIYs, masks, oils, etc., remedies for hair growth and hair health. I know that you guys really enjoy when I do those videos, so let me know if you want a few more of those, or a lot more actually. Next, I want to focus a lot on the health of my hair. What does that mean? Obviously, we talk a lot about conditioning our hair. If you're not conditioning your hair, you're doing something wrong. I mean, I don't even know what to say to you. You should be conditioning your hair each time you wash it. But I think what we don't do enough is protein treatments, and we overlook the need for protein treatments. It's obvious that as naturals, what we actually need a lot of, people with type 4 hair especially, our hair is thirsty, so we need a lot of moisture. But that doesn't mean that we don't need the protein to balance that moisture out, because if you have too much moisture, then you can have like a moisture overload, or something like hygro fatigue, which can be very damaging to the hair, and then you have really weak hair that's lacking the protein here. So the idea is to try and find a balance between the moisture and the protein, and a good way to do that is maybe a protein treatment once a month, maybe once every 6 weeks, depending on your needs and depending on what your hair is needing at that particular time. So focusing on the health of your hair, obviously deep conditioning, but more specifically protein treatments or strengthening treatments. Someone asked me, how do I know it's a protein treatment? Well, the marketing should be right. And if people are doing the right thing, it should say protein treatment or a strengthening treatment. If it doesn't say that directly, then at the back, you can look at the ingredients, and the first 5 ingredients should give you an idea of what the product will do for you. So if it's supposed to be a protein treatment, a lot of the times, keratin or protein, some protein of some sort will be on that list on the first 5, or, somewhere in the upper range. If it's up there, it means that it's in a higher quantity and it's more likely to actually do the job that it's claiming to do. I hope I'm not rambling. Another thing that I think we can do more of this year is stick to our routines. I have the biggest problem when it comes to sticking to my routine. I love to try a few things. I'm always, either trying a product or doing something different with my hair, which I don't think there's a problem, but I feel like there should be like a base that always stays the same. For example, washing, conditioning, and styling of your hair a particular way and at a particular time and in a particular order, because that not only ensures that you're not skipping any steps in the nourishment and the care of your hair, but you make sure that you are doing the best that you can for your hair and for the health of your hair. There's nothing wrong with trying things here and there, but always have a skeleton, so to speak, of a routine that you follow. This one is a given. Detangle less, detangle gently. I'm currently putting this into practice by doing a no comb challenge, which started the beginning of this year and it ends in April, where I'm using no combs in my hair whatsoever. And to try and do that, I'm using protective styles. So no combs, no brushes, pretty much using my fingers to detangle my hair and style my hair. Why is that important? Reduces breakage, reduces tangles. It also, quite honestly, it helps maintain the thickness of your hair down the length of your hair. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but sometimes when you have a piece of hair, it goes thick from the roots and then it starts to thin out towards the bottom, and that's hugely due to breakage. And a few people that I know that do finger detangling have been able to maintain the thickness through the entire shaft of the hair. One of them is called Natural Academia. I watch her videos. She does, the simplest of things with her hair. Some of them are controversial, but it works for her. And then I've got a friend called Ansela. She's the laziest natural ever, does the minimum, but her hair is down her back. She leaves it alone, she finger detangles and sticks to her routine. So we can learn a few things from people that actually do less with their hair and detangle gently and detangle with their fingers. That doesn't mean you can't grow healthy hair without, finger detangling. You can still use tools and combs, just be gentle with them and use them less frequently. Trimming is an essential part of caring for your natural hair. Trimming ensures you keep single strand knots at bay. You make sure you take control of split ends before they go down the shaft and damage the entire shaft of your hair. And also trimming just helps with ensuring that your hair is at the same length, if you know what I mean. So you don't have too short hairs up there and the hairs down here a little bit long. It evens out your styles. Now, some people overdo trimming. I don't think you particularly need a set time or set period where you trim your hair. If that's what works for you, do that. Some people trim every 4 months or twice a year, things like that. I say trim as required. Pay attention to your hair, be present, feel your hair, look at your ends. If you find that detangling is a nightmare, the knots at the end are out of control, or you've got split ends or things like that, go for the trim. If your hair is looking healthy at the ends, there's no need for a trim. You might actually just be trimming off just healthy hair. So yeah, trim as required, but just make sure you do not skip your trims. If you have to trim your hair, trim it. Another one that I'm going to be doing this year is just doing less. We're doing hot oil treatments, masks, we're doing bentonite clay, we're doing shampoos, we're deep conditioning, we're styling, we're flexi roading, we're doing wash and goes. There's no problem with those things, but I find that sometimes some of them aren't necessary, especially for people that are starting off as naturals. What you need to do is cleanse your hair, deep condition it, moisturize, style. It's pretty much that simple. Things like hot oil treatments, they're great and they will benefit your hair and promote healthy hair, but they're not particularly something you have to worry so much about and say, oh my goodness, if I haven't done my hot oil treatment, then my hair is not going to grow, things like that. Hair grows on its own without doing anything. All the things that we do just enhance the hair growth, but your hair will grow anyway. That takes me to my next point, which is putting my hair in protective styles. It just helps maintain my hair better. I retain more of my hair, retain my thickness. It frees me a little bit from dealing with my hair, gives my hair a break and me a break as well. Protective styling is revolutionary. If there's one thing that I think that people should really think about doing in their regimen, it's protective styling. Just put your hair away and leave it alone. The changing of styles, the constant manipulation, those are the things that, especially if you've got type 4 hair, those are the things that work against us when it comes to hair growth and hair health. So protective styles. Lastly, I want to embrace my hair. I want to embrace my hair type, my hair texture, my color, my density, my thickness, the length at which my hair is at. I just want to accept my hair. There's so many reasons for us not to love our hair, because there's a lot out there that might be, that seems to be better and that society has said is better. But we need to focus on our journey, focus on our beauty. Stop wanting to look like someone else. Stop saying, how can I get my hair to look like yours or be like yours, and say, how can I make my hair grow to its maximum length? How can I help my hair grow to its optimum thickness, and just embrace what God has given us. There is absolutely no need for us to be envying each other and wanting to, there's no problem obviously with having people that inspire you and people that you want to emulate, but also realize that we are individuals and everybody is on a journey and everyone is different with a completely different hair makeup and hair texture and color, etc. So I believe that's one thing as naturals, and myself as well, we need to just come to a place of acceptance. Just accept your own beauty and sit in it and enjoy it and enjoy the journey. Let me know what you guys are doing this year to challenge yourselves on your hair journey. Comment below what's going well, what's not going well, what sort of things you feel like you need to work more on. I'll be glad to interact with you guys. I answer all comments, obviously if they're not silly comments. Please promote positivity and a lovely, conducive and healthy environment for us below. Really, if you're gonna be negative and toxic, we can't be friends. But I know most of you guys are fun and are really excited about natural hair and natural beauty, so I'm waiting to hear from you guys. Thanks so much again for watching this video. Until next time, it's Pamela Naturals. Bye.